post another video about Tasia Fortune, and TikTok has already taken it down. Wasn't even up for 30 seconds. I don't understand. Tasia Fortune is a 29-year-old black woman who was found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi on August 3rd in the backyard of a vacant home. She was so high up that firefighters had to get her from the tree with their ladder. Are we tired? Are you tired? Because I am. I'm tired as fuck, actually. This administration is making people extremely comfortable with hunting black people. We are being hunted. We're being hunted. Police have not confirmed whether or not it was foul play, but her body is on the way to a coroner to be evaluated. But are you tired? Tasia Fortune's step-cousin has come out and said that her mother does not believe she did this to herself. I don't either, and you shouldn't either. This is in Mississippi, though. You know what that means, right? We can only hope that it doesn't, but I feel like it's going to be ruled another suicide, just like the ones in the past. They don't care about us. Are you tired?
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chung, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back. Yeah.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day. Tight shirts. To the gym or wherever. Tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Shout out to the community up in here with TOLs. What's today? August 10th? Is it August 10th? Yes. Whew. People, I can't even front and tell you why. Tell you I had technical difficulties. Tell you I was sleeping harder. I was sleeping. My friends were sleeping. It was a long weekend. Wait till Jay Black gets on here. Good morning. You see the title. I don't know how to do shows like this without having to show the frustration and show the exhaustment that I have to put a title up like Black People Don't Hang Themselves. I don't want to sound naive. At 55 years old, I've never seen an epidemic of of cruelty, of horrid actions being done to a race of people. I've never seen it. I know people will tell me, will mention all the times that it has happened. So call me naive, but there's something going on in Mississippi right now, where black people are being hung on a casual basis. That's not the only one. There's a bunch that are just one after another are just being shown to us. Obviously, I posted this on TikTok sometime this weekend, and I'm gonna play it again just so we'll get to the good morning, y'all. We will get to the
Another video about Tasia Fortune, and TikTok has already taken it down. Wasn't even up for 30 seconds. I don't understand. Tasia Fortune is a 29-year-old black woman who was found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi on August 3rd in the backyard of a vacant home. She was so high up that firefighters had to get her from the tree with their ladder. Are we tired? Are you tired? Because I am tired as fuck, actually. This administration is making people extremely comfortable with hunting black people. We are being hunted. We're being hunted. Police have not confirmed whether or not it was foul play, but her body is on the way to a coroner to be evaluated. But are you tired? Tasia Fortune's step-cousin has come out and said that her mother does not believe she did this to herself. I don't either. And you shouldn't either. This is in Mississippi, though. You know what that means, right? We can only hope that it doesn't, but I feel like it's going to be ruled another suicide, just like the ones...
Oh snap! I'm sitting looking at clips. So Mike drop, he'll be right back. Yeah. So the hanging. I was looking up the other young man's name, which was Trey Reed, I believe, where they said my man Trey was it was ruled an accidental, no foul play with Trey Reed with his hanging, which I thought was weird to say that there's no foul play.
No, it's not weird. It's not weird. It's not weird. This shit is all deliberate.
How do you accidentally hang yourself and there's no foul play? I'm confused.
I'll give
how
you.
You hang yourself. How you climb up a tree? I don't even know how to do one of them ropes. You know how to do one of them ropes, them hanging ropes, them nooses?
Of course not. Here's another one. Just if your heart isn't heavy
Carter,
enough.
a man in Taylorsville, Mississippi, who was running from 3 truck loads full of white men who were yelling racial slurs at him. He ran into the police department. He begged them for a ride. They told him, "We are not an Uber service. We are not a taxi service." He then was seen on a dollar store surveillance camera, running into the woods. He didn't have a shirt on. He had a stick with him to defend himself. Then this poor man is found unalived in the woods, his body spread into pieces all over the woods. His spinal cord, his head, all of his body parts were spread all over the woods. And the most disgusting and saddest trigger warning part about it is he was found with his private parts in his mouth.
Oh, shit.
Now, I've just been made aware of this. I saw another content creator post this, so I am amplifying this.
And I just saw a video where they interview this old man, and he has the nerve to say, "What, some crackhead came down here and went around, and nobody cares. That's just what happens." They've been complaining about stuff for 4 generations. Like, you just keep showing your cards, Mississippi. They said the last known footage of him was on a deer camera running through the woods with his shirt off and a stick in his hand for protection. And then Mississippi has the nerve to say there was no foul play, that animals did this.
Listen, I don't have the recourse. I don't have the intellect to know what has to be done, other than I don't know what we can do. I don't know what, like, the same usual suspects can't come out and just do this, and Ben Crump can't, and the usual lawyers can't come. I don't know what to do, Jay. I don't know what to do to help these people in Mississippi, to help black people in Mississippi.
Move.
No, I don't know what to do. Everybody just can't move.
That's what Lady Q always say. You got at some point you got.
Everybody can't move. If your whole life, there's some crazy number, and I don't know the exact number, so I'm not gonna. It's like around 70% of people who live their life in a certain area their entire life. Their entire lives, they never move out of their 30-mile radius. That's all they've known.
They're comfortable. Their job, their employment, their family, their community, their friend, everything they know is right there. And they don't want to leave that area.
And if you have no family and you have no financial resources, my daughter drove to Virginia with friends this weekend. I told her, don't veer off or go anywhere by this is where we're at. And I know there will be people who will say, it's always been like this. I understand. I'm not trying to argue that point. I'm trying to argue the point that these situations are coming after one. They're lynching black people. That's what they're doing. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you about the social media. I posted that. The young lady, the first one I posted. And I tried to post something else. And for the first time in my TikTok history, I got a violation for posting something that had already been posted.
They give you a violation.
For posting something that had already been posted.
It's harmful.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we need Doc. Maybe we need Doc on this to tell us what I don't know. But I know it's just overwhelming and dark and sick. And it puts you in a space where you go what do you do? I'm the type of person, what do you do for these people? What do you do?
Did we stop fighting for Trey Reed, the guy in Mississippi, the black man right here? Did anybody?
We can't keep up with these names. We can't keep up.
Because his family said he did not hang himself, but they saying there was no foul play. How is it no foul play? I just don't get it.
Because just like the coroner in Nolan Wells situation, they had everybody's in on the end. Just think the first step after somebody is killed, they take them to the coroner. Well, if they have the end with the coroner and the coroner just stamps it, no foul play, suicide, or just no foul play, or in the last one, they said animals did it. That was their reason, that animals did it.
So is it the same lady that's in Mississippi that did my man Trey here? Nolan Wells?
It's a pretty big place, so I don't think it's. No, I doubt if it's. No.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if it was just.
There's not one coroner in Mississippi. The indigenous rate of suicide rate is 30.8% per 100,000 people in Australia. Okay, Johnny, I don't know what that. My daughter's about to take a solo trip. My anxiety is all over the place. Where's the solo trip going to? Okay, T Lord had me praying for the past 2 weeks for the protection of my family and children. This is so real. Yes.
That's where we at. Taking a trip. Oh God, stay with your friend. They gotta have a talk. So now everybody having a talk now. We always had to have a talk.
But how do you have to talk about avoiding somebody hanging you? Like, I don't even know what the rules are.
First question is, how many white people going with y'all? You gotta come up with the list of things to talk.
How many white people going with y'all? Are you the only person of color in the group? Like, this is.
Are y'all driving through certain towns, or are y'all taking a flight? Like, you gotta know all the stuff, Mike. Yeah, that's where we at.
I don't know.
She going to Michigan. Michigan got a lot of black people.
But it's not even that. Mississippi has a lot of black people.
Yeah, that's true too. Take that back. Mississippi just known for the racists.
And when I put the title up, I was like, I don't. Once again, how do you veer off from this? And I got stuff. They don't climb trees where the fire department literally has to have. We know it's not possible. Once again, it's the trying to make us doubt our common sense and doing it with arrogance, saying, "Hey, no foul play here. Keep it moving." It is an old movie that you would see when you see this and you go like, "This is the shit that would happen." And you would see it. You'll watch a movie and they'll have this scene where in 14, 15 something, they'll have a movie and they'll try and find justice for the person that was lynched. And they go, there was no fair play. You just move on. Did it to herself. I don't got the answers for this. This is why I'm not qualified to actually do this topic. But if I said I'm going to do my part to continue to shed light on this, that's not just happening in Mississippi. But Mississippi, and I've told you, the experience I had in Mississippi, it's something that I used to joke about. I used to joke about the experience I had doing a comedy show in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I used to joke about not being served at a store. But shit, maybe the reason I was able to joke about it so freely and be able to give a good story to people was because I never believed that would happen outside of Mississippi. I just pretended that this was just a Mississippi thing. Like that is just something that goes on there. People, this shit is led by administration who co-signs this shit. I'm sickened by all this all over Facebook. They're distributing the Manning all over Facebook. They're distributing the Manning. I don't know. But I get it, Lois. Strange fruit indeed. Yes.
8 pounds. All right.
Nah, honestly,
Are they trying to make you frustrated in ways that you're tired of looking at it, and now you don't even care no more? Is that what
No, I care. The frustration is, what do I do other than talk about it? Like, what do we? Who?
Well, you got
what organization?
So that's good to keep talking about it.
But is there because if 1 million people popped up in Mississippi, unfortunately, then the 1 million people got to leave. How do you help these people? How do you help them? How do you help us? How do you understand that we're in jeopardy? And trust me, don't think out here in New Jersey, they ain't some very shady, suspect places. And there's some people, there are people who have this mindset. Don't think in your city, in your town, there's not a group or that you don't know about. Because if I went to AI, can you give me? And unfortunately, if the prompt was, can you give me hangings that have happened in the country? That might be as scary as when you find out how many predators are living around you. I ain't gonna worry about it, but there's a slight echo. And I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but there's a slight, that very faint, that I can hear. Sorry, sent before I was finished. Oh, no problem, Lois. No problem. No problem.
Person of interest.
Lois, and I do have time. You can send that
Oh, she
link.
said
I'm
he got
sorry.
somebody in custody.
Person of interest in custody to distract us from what happened.
Oh, maybe not. Basically, I heard it wasn't true. They didn't have anybody in Tasia's. Or was it? Yeah, Tasia.
And trust me, I was trying so hard to just put up the title, the fun title, the Usher body double, which is a fun story where people are claiming that Usher got an impersonator doing certain shows and shit like that. And I was gonna have fun with it because honestly, I didn't pay money to see Usher, and I was gonna go up here and say how Usher switched up his style on the show, and now is not trying to destroy relationships. He's trying to bring relationships together and all that. But how can you? And we will. What is this?
They said, "Ain't no way our girl Tasia, is it Tasia? There's no way she did this." Her mama saying, I saw press conferences with the parents and the siblings, and they like, what? Up how far of a tree? Behind what house?
It's not even. It doesn't even. People.
There's so many. Yeah.
It's when a fucking liar tries to. I keep saying it. When a liar makes you try and doubt your common sense, because once you lose the common sense that you have, they can lead you astray anywhere. They can lead you anywhere, down any road. Once you lose your common sense, you're going to tell me this young lady climbed the tree that it took the fire department to put up a fucking ladder to bring her down? Of course not. Of course not. Don't even, that's why I think it makes our head explode when we see people like fucking former officer Brandon Tatum sit up here and say the dumbest shit that he says when we know he's getting a check. We know he's getting millions to do this stuff. It makes your head explode that somebody would believe, to doubt their common sense, that of course this young woman didn't do this to herself. Of course she didn't. Of course she didn't. But I promise you, if a rash of events of hangings happen to a different race of people, that they wouldn't go for the no foul play found.
No foul play. White people wouldn't be in the comments laughing emojis, telling well, maybe she has some mental health issues, and they come up with all. Good morning, LaShawn.
And do I understand that that the greatest thing that would help this administration is a race war? Yes. They would love it. They would love it because they could continue to move on with what their real agendas are. But it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan to create chaos. But the problem is this part of their plan has to be dealt with. Some people somebody has to get the people together to say, we can't stand for this, but who the fuck can it be? And am I sounding like a naive 10-year-old saying, can somebody help? Because I know this is all I can do. I don't know if you tell me something else to do. That's why the most dangerous people, they kill them. The people who actually gather us up together, who have the intellect and actually have, and I hate to see this, have the charisma and have the ability to gather people together to say, this is what we need. This is what has to happen. Because I don't know.
I ain't got the answer, Sway. But we do have our therapist coming on that's going to have some answers today, right? We do have Aisha Holman joining us at 8 o'clock, top of the hour, rather, 23 minutes.
Let me send her that link. All right. So, how was your weekend, Jay? Let's get to let's retrack it. That's a hell of a pivot. Yes, it is.
All this social injustice. How was your weekend? What buffoonery? What fun did you? What was your escape?
I mean, but but this is the reality of what people have to do after they see this. What do? You got to continue on with your life.
But some people want to just keep talking about it too.
Yeah, I understand that, but we have a therapist coming on that we're probably not going to have to hit her with these questions. But this is the microcosm of life. You have to see this, and then you have to
keep moving.
You have no choice.
Yeah. gotta keep it moving.
So how was your weekend?
Hey, the weekend took Caden to his little friend his homie had a birthday gathering, and yo, why Lady Q?
Yes.
All right. So y'all always think I'm the one that's like in my relationship. I'm that guy that's overprotective and
Oh, you are.
pushing
You are.
things and
You are. You are.
there are males around who's trying to holler, and that's usually always me. So why I dropped Caden off at his little homie party, and before he came back home with the mom, the aunt was there, greeting people. And she's making small talk with me, talking about, oh yeah, he taller than you, and you did it, and yeah, you can hold like Lady Q and talking about she was flirting with you. Now, why she not wrong?
So who said anybody was wrong for thinking somebody was flirting
Because
with
when
somebody?
I say stuff like that, y'all, Lady Q, blink if you're safe, and da-da-da. So she just is yeah. I just wanted to put that out there. She's not this innocent person that go right on ahead. She quite
No, she has common sense. If the woman was holding a conversation and trying to make you giggle and laugh, that she probably might have. There's a chance she could have been flirting with you.
If you trust me, you don't need to ask that question, right?
Let a guy make Lady Q laugh and start talking about.
No,
Oh,
I already know I'm different, but I'm just want to highlight that she ain't the innocent one. She's just the same. Well, I just had to put
I
that
don't
out
think she's
there.
guilty. There's not guilty of anything of noticing something. I ain't got a problem with you noticing something. The flight attendant's still missing.
Yeah, so they said it's a flight attendant from Philly that's missing, Aisha Griffin. I gotta look up this one.
Oh my God.
It might be her baby dad got something to do with this one.
Jay,
I don't
don't
know.
say
I'm playing.
irresponsible shit like that.
I'm
What
playing.
the
I'm playing.
fuck?
I'm playing. Because you just said Philly and
What
you
does
said
that mean?
Broad and Gerard. I pictured the hood, North Side. But anyway, let me take that back. Take that back. I'm trying to break up the tension, Mike. There's too much going on. Like you said, we got to keep it moving. Good morning, Rashida. Good morning.
All right, so there was a woman, there's an auntie that was flirting with you. It was a white
She
woman?
wasn't flirting.
Was it a white woman?
No, she's a black lady. It was a black lady. She wasn't my, I wouldn't have looked twice. I would, it wasn't nothing that was.
Did Lady Q laugh afterwards, or was she dead serious? No, don't lie.
When I called her out on her crazy, I said, ha ha, you just as crazy as me.
She's
Like,
not. She's not. She's not even on the same. She's not even in the same league. She's not even in the same league.
So was she flirting? What? What are you talking about? All she said, because the lady, I was like, no, he ain't taller than me. I said, you gotta go by the shoulders. I still got.
Oh, and now you want to feed into the shit. You want to feed into the flirtation.
Because I don't want people. He's not taller than me. I know my sister said he's taller, but my 13-year-old.
Also, there's multiple people who said he's taller than
He's
you.
not. If you look at the shoulders, I'm taller than him. Like I got him beat.
Look,
so
why you
therefore,
getting sensitive about it? Not just not being taller than you. What the fuck? Like, what's going on here? Like,
he ain't taller than me. Let me grip this in. But anyway, so yeah, I defended myself, and that was it. But I was flirting. She was flirting with you. She said, I had my ring on. Like, what are you talking about?
Why'd you just say maybe? I like when somebody says, well, she was flirting with you. I'm like, maybe. I don't know.
That's a good response.
Maybe. I mean, I'd flirt with me. I mean, I don't know.
But you said I flirt with me.
I would flirt with me. I mean, I got sparkling personality. And Jay went back into it. And Jay probably, I guarantee you, Jay said something that she giggled. Jay was like, yeah, I saw the shoulders. And she probably giggled back. So Lady Q was watching this, or she wasn't even there? She was just hearing the story?
She wasn't there because she had another family thing she wanted to go to. So I had to take Caden. And you taking your kid to somebody's house for a 13-year-old party gathering, you got to go in. I was going to drop him off. Something you got to go in and meet.
No, you got to check the. You got to check the environment.
Yeah.
You got to check that. You got to check the house.
I'm like, oh God. So now I go in this little awkwardness, because they don't got no music playing. I said, where the music? Now I turn into Jay Black. Y'all need some music. Y'all need some music.
No music. Y'all ain't gonna party up here.
It's got balloons and all this stuff going on, but it's just silence. So what are we doing? So
y'all want me to hook my phone up to something, and y'all got a speaker? I got you. So it was one of his friends from school. Yeah. One of his homies from school, and they play the games and all that stuff. But yeah, so I was taking him there. She did her own thing. Yeah, that was cool. It was a cool party for them. I guess I came back, scooped them up 4 hours later.
What you laughing at? I took some of the pizza, and this was funny because I saw a clip that said parents of kids ain't supposed to eat at kids' party.
You
I was
always
the
hear that
only.
bullshit.
It
Fuck
was
out of
other
here.
parents that was there
We really
dropping.
shouldn't, but
It was the other guys. It was a couple other guys that was there. They all said no, left for the kids. For the kids, they got to me. I was like, yep, pepperoni. Um, I was the only parent that took some.
but they
pizza.
offered it to you.
Yeah.
I'll take
But
one.
they said everybody else was saying no. But then that made me remind me of that social media post that said parents aren't supposed to eat at kids' parties. And I was like, says who? Like that, I guess it's some etiquette with that. But anyway,
Let me tell you what the etiquette is. Am I hungry? Like if you ask me, and I'm like, yeah, I might have done what Jay did. Pepperoni, please.
pepperoni, pepperoni. I'm sitting there eating. I was like, I just want to check everything out. And then I felt comfortable. Like, all right, y'all go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Okay,
So was
text me when you're ready.
the actual birthday person were they white, black, or
No, it was black, but it was a couple of white people.
oh,
obviously,
so
'cause-
your son's got some black friends. Cause I remember you were kind of worried about that because you know when we send our kids to these schools.
Well, he's the only black friend, and then everybody else was white. So, but yeah,
out the friends.
out the friends and that was there. It was one other little black girl. It was one other black girl, but it was mainly all other white people.
All right, for those who are just joining us, we've talked about black people don't hang themselves. We're going to talk about that, but we have to elaborate on the way we do our show. So then you told the story to Lady Q, so she didn't get to see it for herself. She was just going by what you were saying, so she just hit you with she was flirting with you?
Yeah, she's like, oh, the parents ain't there. I said, no, it's just his aunt here right now and greeting. Apparently, she had to go pick up the pizza, and the birthday boy went with her, and so it was just the aunt here greeting people as they arriving. So yeah. I don't know. It's all good. I don't know. It's not. This is not interesting to me. But I know you always trying to find something.
No, it's interesting to me because I think okay, I'll agree with you with this. I think people always assume that it's the man being jealous when you hear a story. But I will say that if it's the other way around, I'd say that I've said that many a time. He's flirting with you. Flirting is the gentle art of making a man feel pleased with himself. What the fuck?
Okay, I don't know what Johnny. That's Australia.
That's what it goes down in Australia. That's the only way it goes. Maybe the lady was flirting. Exactly. Listen. Ashabu said maybe she was.
Maybe.
Oh man. All right. So did you see what the basketball players are doing with the WNBA now?
I saw that. I also saw it was trolling. I don't know what's going on with that story. I guess you can break it down for everyone that you know.
So a WNBA player was asked a question about trans women being in the league, and she said she thought it was unfair. We talked about this. I just wanted to bring it up. And then a coach fired back, and the WNBA is now saying, they stood up, and some people in the WNBA they were like, look at this guy with the high shoulders eating up this kid.
Right.
So the transgender thing got kicked up again, right? And two former NBA players said, well, they looked at the rules and basically said, well, these are the rules, then we're going to enter the draft. We're going to enter the WNBA draft, and this is what they started doing.
Identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. Well, I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable, but I'm a team first guy. I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University. So I do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls need me to do.
Mm-hmm. All kidding aside, what is the reason for your decision to declare for the WNBA draft?
No, I think it's only fair. I see other great minds, other great athlete, political minds like Enes Kanter. Great minds think alike, and it's only fair that some of us get a shot to play in the Women's Association. I think I'd be a great fit. I still have low mileage. I identify as sometimes.
So he's gone. Enes Kanter, the gentleman that he mentioned, has also made a statement, also did like a semi press conference saying he's entered the WNBA. He wants to enter the WNBA draft. And this doesn't all, but one of the reasons, in my opinion, it got some legs to this is because in France, there's a transgender woman who's playing in their professional league. And here.
A transgender French pro basketball player is in the center of backlash after saying that they wouldn't be against any offer from the WNBA, should there be one, but also stated that it is not possible because they are too old and that there are far better players than them. Julia Tatart averages 21 points per game.
And that's the person that. And once that story hit, and now the WNBA is in a mess. Now the WNBA is in a mess because now, if you don't choose the best player, if they fit the standards and the qualifications, and you don't choose the best player in the draft, there's going to be ramifications. Now this is a whole mess. Now people, when you say it's a distraction, yeah, it's part of chaos. It's part of causing chaos within our community. It's part of causing chaos in this country. But Van Lathan decided that he had something to say. So Van decided he was going to speak up. And this is what he had to say. This were his comments right here.
Gift trans people at this point, if you cannot gift them with visibility, humanity, and acceptance, could you at least gift them with silence? Could you at least shut the fuck up about them? Like, could you just at least leave them the fuck alone? Who the fuck is not 2021, 2022, 2023? You guys are doing your victory lap on this shit, fucking up the country. You mean to tell me there are wars happening in the Middle East, food prices are crazy, like the environment is in the shitter, we can't eat lettuce without crapping our pants, all of this stuff, and you still picking on these people after all of this time? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Find something else. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of back in the day when I used to like watch Fox News. I used to watch Fox News. And you would watch Fox News and it would be like, what's going on around the world, Middle East and stuff like that. And then every now and again on Fox News, it would be like this terrible fucking headline. It would be like 67% of black unwed mothers, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, what the fuck do they care about? They don't give a fuck about this. No one is going to come on here and give anything that is prescriptive or nutritious about any issue that they think is plaguing the black community. But what they do want is a cultural mascot for what they think American undesirability is. And that is what is happening right now. And because I didn't appreciate it when it was done to me, I'm not going to do it to somebody else, particularly where people are using the entire community, a vulnerable community, to get off their fucking bullshit narratives. And I'm like, just like, Sophie,
it's not AI.
You want to like just show some ass or something. Do it the right way. Like it's, I'm just saying, like that's a harmless way. Like do it, do it the right way. Like well, go cop a celebrity relationship. Leave these people the fuck alone, man. Like do.
Well, the point is, it doesn't mean anything to them, right? It's under the guise as if they care, but the reality is they don't. It's all about politicizing it. They don't care about the actual individuals involved. It's all this conversation about, oh, it's making the sport unsafe. Well, it's like unsafe to who?
How about unsafe to the people who have to be in MMA matches against somebody who's a trans woman? And I just don't understand how in your monologue you decide to make a comparison between what was done to black women and being slandered by Fox News compared to this community. It just bothers me when anything that has to do with something that you had no choice in being born who you were is compared to this. I just have a problem with it.
Good morning, Ant. Good morning, Ash Bash. I thought there was AI though. You saying though these people?
There's a player in France. That's not AI. There's a player in France, legit for real.
Was this one? This one was fake. Like when this boy?
No, that's real.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, that I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
That's real. No, that's real.
That was fake. That's
no,
why
that's
I,
I saw the interview that he talked about other things that the reason why he got thrown out the NBA and other stuff like that. That's real.
Why would he want to? He know he's going to dominate a bunch of women. That
That's
don't even make sense.
his point. His point is, why would you allow trans women in the WNBA when they literally have an unfair advantage? So just like the swimmer who came in 90th place when he was swimming against men, decided that he would swim against women and break records. Once again, why are they making us doubt our common sense? And like, I don't understand what is the hard concept with this. It's the same because can black and trans as well. It's not the same, but I don't even understand what you just said. Is it or wait, put it back because I don't get what you text. It is the same because people can be black and trans as well. No, so the problem is they're black to begin with. They already have an issue to begin with in this country.
Just in case you want to click on and clarify something, Afro Queen.
I hate when people are allowed to mix these things together. I just told you, we just started the show with black people getting hung in Mississippi, one after another, and now we're gonna. This is the population. This is where. So, and this might not be accurate. About 1.0% of Americans ages 13 and older identify as transgender. So, explain to me why are $100 million companies deciding that that's going to be an issue that they're going to deal with if the population is that small? Why is that the hill they're willing to die on? You got to ask yourself, if the population is that small, there are people in line trying to get equality, including women. So why is this such a powerful movement if it's just 1.0% of the population?
Well, it worked with Trump, didn't they? Didn't they say that for the election? And they trying to put the transgenders in your school, and people rallied together, and people have a thing against.
But let's just say I agree with an unfair treatment, right? And unfair treatment. Why would it be this passionate for a group that's that small when you have groups that have been sitting in line for hundreds of years trying to get equality? I don't get it. It is that simple. Simple. Create a transgender league. Don't get involved in, well, you said normal leagues, whatever. They're going to get you for saying normal leagues. Make your own league.
Afro Queen said something real about politics.
But he is 100% mocking by claiming to be something he doesn't believe in. And this is also a terrible person with terrible political politics. I don't care about his politics. If you fit the qualifications, whether you believe everybody, you believe the swimmer authentically off the top. I'm not saying he wasn't or was. You believe him off the top that he didn't decide he wanted to swim with women, but you believe him thoroughly. You don't know him at all, but you believe him thoroughly in order to dominate. You believe the trans woman who's physically harming people in the MMA, and I'll get the name. You believe them thoroughly. Either that or the plan is to prove a point to the league. Still a no-go. It is to prove a point to the league. To me, it is a prove a point to the league. And now the league has made a statement that they have to go back to decide what a woman is. Once again, we would never would have had this problem if they wouldn't have got us to compromise what a woman was. The issue is not real. It's being used for everything's used for political gain. No one would be talking about it right now if Sophie did not write that article being a pawn. Sophie is asked something. She says in her job, what she's doing, she says it's unfair for a trans woman to play in her job because they were born a woman. If I had a comedian who we knew for a fact everything they do is written by AI, I would have a problem with it. You should also question when you are agreeing with MAGA at the expense of minority group of people. Hey, once again, this minority group of people, man. This minority, we be running out trying to. Okay. People getting hung in Mississippi, but we still got time to sit up here and make a whole monologue. Okay. What example does it send to your young kids' confusion? That's another part of my thing. It's all about causing chaos. It's all about causing chaos. Good morning, co-parenter.
Hey, Stace. Good morning.
Man.
Sophie anything. She's a bench player. Why they ask Sophie anything? She's a bench player.
Sophie's pretty important to her team, but I think Sophie's a pretty important. And what does that have to do?
Yeah, Afro Queen no WNBA, Mike.
We can get into Sophie's stats because they wouldn't have her write an article.
Intersectionality, Mike.
It's called, but I don't understand why they focus on such a small segment so hard. Yes, I don't know either. Sophie wants to be an influencer more than she wants to be a basketball player. That's your opinion. Can't argue for or against it. All I know is that she is now the person that the league has banned against. It's annoying because if people cared about this issue, they would have said something when there was a trans player in the league. So you're saying there's a trans player in the WNBA now?
She said there was a trans player. I don't know. Maybe they're not anymore.
Mike. She is a role player at best. But role players, I mean, if we're going to talk basketball, I don't want to get boring. But championship teams don't win championships without good role players. You do understand that, right? If y'all want to go down that road, I should say. Championship teams, no championship team wins the championship without crucial role players. We had drag queens in Sydney, Australia, reading books. Y'all, okay, all right. Well, there was a big
uproar.
There was a big uproar on that.
Well, no, you're not going to turn out kids gay. All righty.
I don't even know it.
I get a doctor, a therapist, licensed therapist, licensed professional.
All my motherfucking friends hate your bitches.
That's just for the accent. That was just for
okay.
That was just for the accent. Nothing else. That was just for him trying to do an Australian. I don't know what.
Fucking friends hate your bitches.
I don't understand. The WNBA is for women. What is the difficulty? Do y'all see what they've made y'all? They have made it. They make us doubt everything.
Because if you identify as a woman, the league is for you.
You're not okay. So if somebody says they identify, you can't prove if they do or don't.
You got to go by the policies. And he said, I qualify.
I identify.
So I qualify for this league. I'm here to apply. Who do I do my interview with? She said, never said it wasn't, Mike. Never said role players wasn't. I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, but you were trying to downplay Sophie for being a role player. So if a role player in the NBA stood up for something, they would get the same attention. So let's treat it like the NBA.
Y'all want equal rights? No, I'm playing.
No, let's treat it like the NBA. If a role player had something to say, but they probably wouldn't because they would get scared that they would get run out the league. But once again, if they never got us discussing and doubting what a woman is, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even be here.
Oh, she was arguing with Ant in the comments.
Oh, agreeing. I thought she said agreeing with Ant. J Black trying to talk like Crocodile Dundee is hysterical. Nah, that's why I had to play it. I had to.
Friends hate your bitches.
There are so many big problems in the world that need to be answered. They're corrected. Listen, this is what they do. They throw this here, they throw this here, they put this here, they did, and next thing you know, your head's about to explode. And then you're like, what do we do? High five, bro. Leave women's sports alone. That's all I'm saying. I'm actually repping for the women. What do you think's going to happen when a few trans women begin to dominate the league? What do you think? What do you think is going to be next?
Male and female. I thought we excluded the word female last week. I thought the other clip said we can't call y'all females. What are you doing, Aisha? You're going against the status quo. You're not a female. You're not an animal. You're not a person, place, or thing.
I don't even know.
It's men and women. I can't say female on this show no more, Aisha. Come on now. Stay up with the show. We got new rules around here. Y'all not females no more.
Sounded like a black leprechaun. I don't know.
Shut up. You're talking about sounding like a Good day. Good day. Whose side are you on, KT? I be wondering.
I really get offended, and I don't know why. I really get offended when something is compared to something that consists of 1.0% of the population is compared to people who are getting lynched in Mississippi, and I mean black people and anything black. Black transgenders have been getting murdered for decades. Here we go. So have black people, and for some reason, the treatment in these leagues hasn't been represented like this. Long before this was a hot topic again, it is all connected to power, and it's never about the transgender community. Y'all go ahead.
Aisha said, I'm standing on my.
I didn't exclude the word female because God didn't exclude it from the Bible, so I'm good.
She said, hold that, females. Y'all females out here that is offended by the word female. Hold that.
This is what Aisha said.
That's what
she said. That's what Aisha said.
You know what else Aisha said? She
Shut the fuck up, I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch. Because you the one that started it, bitch.
That's what Aisha said.
What the hell did you get?
Aisha wanted all that drama. Aisha said that's what she cussing people out.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
With them PP on your head. Shut the fuck up, I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch. Because you the one that started it, bitch.
That's what Aisha said. You know the internet was mixed on that because I played it.
How can you be mixed?
Because a lot of people thought it was funny, and a lot of people said it wasn't.
How
funny
is that funny?
Oh, okay? Here you go. But a lot of people thought it was funny.
How is that funny?
I even isolated it to make it a little easier for you to play. Here you go, right here.
Shut the fuck up, I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch.
How is that funny?
People always laugh at kids cursing.
Man,
wait, so you didn't find that funny at all? You didn't?
No, I don't find it funny at all for a little kid to be speaking like that. At all. I don't find it funny at all. One tad bit.
Let me get caught up on these comments because I feel like.
What's next? Special Olympics being co-opted by non-special individuals. This is my point, but don't bring up the common sense. Don't bring it up.
Well, if I got PTSD, I could be like maybe that. Who knows with that? But back to that little girl. Why be outraged about something not happening?
What do you mean something not happening? Are you sure this is not happening? Because they had to go back. The WNBA now has had to go back and re-engage in conversation of having to feel like what are the stipulations? If all trans people said they were MAGA, the cult would instantly change their position. That's fine. I don't care. I still don't think a woman should have to compete in any sport. That's basically, that is a woman's league against somebody who wasn't born a woman. How is that controversial?
They have Caitlyn Jenner, Lady Q.
Caitlyn Jenner don't even agree. Caitlyn Jenner don't even agree.
So Cousin Ash laughed at that little girl. Jeanette laughed at that little girl. Kamari laughed at that little girl. Kamari financed.
He said morning.
No, he laughed. Jeanette.
He said morning. So it reminds me of that gymnast that tied with the transgender gymnast, and now she hates them. I don't know her stats. I just didn't like her before. Well, if you tie with a transgender gymnast that shouldn't be competing in this event, wouldn't you be mad? Wouldn't you be mad?
Yeah, if I went up against the opposite sex that I knew was stronger and the hormones was there and the testosterone and all that level.
And I know there was laugh emojis, Lady Q. I know you had laugh emojis.
Little girl must have a classy mom. That's what Randall Rick said.
Go ahead, say what you really mean, Rick. Oh, hell no. I would have snatched her ass up so quick. How is this? We the problem, y'all. The adults are the fucking problem.
Who said it earlier? It was the parenting. Wasn't that, who was, Jane Spitfire said it's all about parenting.
You know who the problem? The people who are the problem? People that laughed. The people that laughed at this. The people that literally laughed at the ADHD show. I'm sorry, Daddy.
With them PP on your head. Shut the fuck up, I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch. Because you the one that started it, bitch. That big
Wait. Get the fuck off me. She mad. I'm sorry, Mike. I don't know. People laugh, Mike. People laugh. When kids curse it, dude, y'all as youngsters, when your kid first cursed, when Monty first said the first curse word, you giggled.
Nobody fucking giggled in this household. Not at all.
Oh, here's Jane. Good morning, Jane. You talked about the parenting earlier last week. And this clip, the little young girl cursing, is about parenting. Jane always says this. We got to do better as parents, and your kids won't be out here showing they behind cussing
What was
like
the comment
that.
before that? The fact that we laugh at it just is amazing to me. It's absolutely. I just remember that Royce got kicked out the NBA because he was afraid of to fly on planes to travel. Yes, he was, and he wanted to travel by bus. He got bigger problems. No, I mean the problem was they handled his problem. They got him out the league.
Him and his kangaroos in Australia.
My kangaroo. What's the gender change? What do I do? Oh my God!
He wants a gender change. People always think stuff like that is funny. LaShawn, I tell you, people laugh all the time.
It's the problem. There's nothing funny about this.
I did not laugh. I thought I saw you smiling in your picture laughing. My bad, Kamar. It's not right. No, but people do laugh. People do laugh. It's not right, but they do laugh at stuff like that. I mean,
Royce also has charges for putting his hands on women, but he cares so much. Afro Queen, y'all can dig all y'all want. It goes back to the point. Y'all can try and do what white people do when somebody speaks upon something and then they dig in their past to try and discredit what they said. I'm just telling you, they're addressing something that I think they're mocking it, but I also think they're mocking it because the explanation that they give us is mocking what we believe to be true. When you tell me that a woman is just a woman because she feels that she's a woman, that is mocking what I believe. That I know is a fact. You're mocking me to say whenever I decide I can change my gender, and you can do whatever you want, and you have to accept me and allow me in any organization you have because I've decided to feel a certain type of way.
So I guess you playing this clip forever.
Shut the fuck up, I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch.
All right, Afro Queen, he gave that to you. He told you. So sad that little girl was grown.
I don't think we're gonna get the doc on here today. I don't think we're gonna.
Did you make sure you sent her the link?
I just sent her the link.
How you just sent it? She's supposed to.
I just sent her. I sent it to her at 7:38 a.m.
20 minutes before she's supposed to go.
Well, why don't you send it to her?
I don't got a text message.
You actually got the whole organization. You part of you.
I'm part of the Holman family.
You're part of the Holman family.
That is a text group I am in with her and mother therapist.
Was there a situation of boxers was transgender male and beat up a female boxer, muscle difference and body weight, genders? Listen, there were speculations that happened. I know there was an MMA fighter. I know there's been a wrestler. Listen, man, I don't know. Now we got the little girl cursing. The little girl heard some shit. Yes, she has. The little girl heard some shit.
She definitely heard it somewhere. She heard it somewhere. She definitely did. Let me get caught up on these comments. Intersectionality.
There's an analytical framework that shows how social identities like race, gender, class, and sexuality overlap, create unique systems.
Oh, did I take it down too soon?
Yeah, put it up because Lady Q just wants to play. Lady Q wants to go into Google and sexual overlap, create unique systems of discrimination and privilege. I don't care about their discrimination. Y'all want to get to the point of it? I don't. Because this system doesn't care about the discrimination that we deal with. I don't care. Their equality, common sense must apply here. And y'all want to jump over. Y'all can give me with all the words y'all want, but y'all want to jump over all common sense. Y'all want to jump over the discrimination that now happens to women who signed up to play in a women's league. And now you can give me that good spiel. So now you can make an exception for somebody who was not born a woman to play in a women's league and dominate the league.
All right, let's read all these comments. I guess it's in the green room. We're going to keep it moving. Our
She talk like me.
See, Adam, thanks for being honest, Adam.
It's not funny at all. She's going down a dark road early in the game, people. Early in the game. Oh, that's sad. Baby girl cussing like that. No time to be tough. The sad thing is it can say it, but she probably can't read it. She can say it, but probably can't read it. Well, damn, Ash. Yes, they are starting shit with Special Olympics. And you're cool. And you're still worried. You're still worried about putting a cape on for something that is 1.0% of the population, and you don't think there's an agenda trying to. Okay. Parenting got to be better. Parents can swear, but not children. Disrespectful. Well, you should really probably stop swearing in front of your kids too. And that's something.
No, hold up. Putting the cape on, I can multitask. Okay, I don't need to talk down on the community that's also being discriminated against to advocate for another. I can multitask quite well. Just because
really? So when do they multitask for us? When do they multitask for us?
We are discriminated against. Those we include black transgenders, black special needs children, black special needs adults. It's all under a pot. It's bullshit. Everything's being attacked. And I also believe that it's not even real. It's being fucking manufactured to have these arguments, is my point. It's all connected. Just because I support transgender black people does not mean I'm for them being in the WNBA, but it's that they're discriminated against for a reason is my point. So don't sit up there and talk about you want to put a cape on when they're attacking Special Olympics. Fucking right, I'm putting a cape on for all of it.
Well, they don't put a cape on. Nobody multitasks for us. Nobody multitasks for us. But she I wish she would have just said, I would have never, if she would have said what she said, I don't believe they should be in the WNBA. That was the whole point of this subject. But I appreciate the comment. All right, Doc is in the building.
All right, our
Aisha
licensed
Holman.
therapist. She's here, Holman Family Services, every Monday, 8 o'clock. We're a little late. We're behind, but she's up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No.
Oh, there you go. Now I hear you. We hear you.
Oh, okay.
We hear you now.
There you go. Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
You never know what you're going
Monday.
to get when you click into this show, Aisha. You
never know. You never know what could be happening.
I'm so behind.
Do you feel some type of way? Let me just jump into this because we do have some questions. Do you feel some type of way when you see a child being video and this gets posted? How do you feel about when you see this right here?
Shut the fuck up, or I'll beat you right to the ground, bitch. Because you the one that started it, bitch. Your big black ass. Get the fuck off me.
Now there's been mixed. Some people say it's funny. I'm quite disturbed by it. That's something that if my child were to do that, first of all, I had to ask myself, did I use that language in front of my girls? Is that something that I led into? But I would be disturbed. Your opinion on people saying it's just funny?
No, I'm disturbed by it as well because she is modeling her parents. Children don't come in knowing that type of language. First of all, they learn all language from us, period. And so they don't know that type of language, nor do they know that type of aggression. And so I think the part that people may be finding funny is that they see a little person modeling an adult. But even in an adult, that's not funny. You're just showing that you don't know how to problem solve. But no, that's not funny for a child to be doing that because it's inappropriate, number one. Two, you're not teaching her any actual life skills. And three, she's just using bad language, going off on another child. It looked like from the angle of that camera, it looked like it was another child right there.
Yeah, it was another one that she was arguing. Oh crap! Well, I don't hear echo. Oh, mic drop. He'll be right back. Oh, here it goes now.
Test. Okay.
Test. Sometimes StreamYard be messing with us. Heard a little echo, but
what was the comment, lady? Keep it up. We keep saying we. You keep saying we as if black people aren't transgender.
Mike, we moving on though, Mike. We moving on. You can come back to transgender a little later. We have our guest here. We talking about relationships.
You keep including this in your fight. You talk about being distracted and you talk about that this is just a made up thing. This is the distraction. This is the distraction. Let's add something on. Let's add something on to people getting lynched in Mississippi as we're speaking. These things are occurring.
She's saying she can do it all. She can put a cape on. She can defend. And we're not going, Mike. We have our guests here.
You are putting a cape on for 1.0% of the population. But go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry, Doc. I'm sorry.
I'm not putting no more comments up. I'm not putting no more comments related to transgender right now. We trying to move forward. We were talking about relationships last week. I missed the end of the show. You were saying you got a class, Relationship 101. It was something you said I want to talk about. Me and my wife made intentional 4 hours date night, and Aisha and Mike gave me grief and said we should have pushed back. It's not realistic. You don't know what you're talking about as a therapist to make 4 hours a week for your partner. So, Mike, tell Aisha what you said when she wasn't here.
No, you just told her. You just told her. I think telling a couple that they're gonna take 4 hours, and I don't think she was that. But I'm gonna let her speak. I'm gonna let her speak for herself. I don't think if you do 3.5 hours, she's gonna go. No, I don't think if you say we're gonna do an hour. I don't think she's gonna no.
It's not realistic to make
4 hours. I said 4 hours in a relationship that I was in would have been virtually impossible. That's how hectic things were. Just speaking from what was going on in my household and traveling back and forth from Dallas and catching a flight every weekend to get back home to the parent. That's all I was saying. Yes, I will repeat. I thought that was unreasonable, but I don't believe. But Aisha, you're here. You're here. You're right there. The box is there. The mic, the floor is yours.
Yeah. So if we're gonna nitpick over how many hours,
that's what Mike did. Go ahead.
Okay, if we're gonna nitpick over how many hours, you're right. I'm not gonna argue if you make 3.75 or 3.5 hours an issue. I'm not gonna nitpick over that. But you did say the relationship I was in. You're probably not in that relationship because the relationship together wasn't a priority. When you take time and make the relationship a priority above everything else, you're investing in the person. Everybody wants to know that they are special. Everybody wants to feel wanted. Everybody wants to know that they take priority over everything else. And if you can't have face-to-face for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, then yeah, you're going to speak in the past tense as you just did because the relationship will die. You can't have something that's alive and not invest in it. That's not how human nature works.
Well, I needed time to drink.
Well, you are sober now, so
Yeah,
maybe
I needed
future
time.
relationship will be
I needed
better.
time to drink. You're not gonna fit into my schedule. I needed private time with me and my liquor. And after I
And
got done that, then we can go back to.
So you're
But they,
changing your perspective to say that it's doable if you make time
no,
for
no,
the
no, no,
person now,
no.
Mike.
Let's stay specific. You said 4 hours and you stood on it. And
She
what
said
I
well,
said,
because I
prioritize
said
4
4
hours.
hours, and I'm be real. How long are most typical dates? If you plan a date, if you from pick up to drop off,
6 to 10
generically
easily.
it's about 4 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that you're spending. And I said per week. Now, if you can't carve out generically 1 hour a night or 4 hours collectively, you're not really making time for your spouse. What that 4 hours look like is up to you guys. Sometimes that can be on the phone. Maybe you're talking for an hour one day a week. Maybe you got 2 hours twice a week. I'm not going to be truly nitpicky over the 4, but I'm looking at a generic, how long does it take to go on one date? Okay. Yes,
and
4 hours a week. That's not impossible, y'all. It's really not. If you think about it, most people get home from work, even those who work late. I'm not talking about graveyard shift. I'm not talking about staying at, these unique shifts. I'm talking about a standard shift. When you get home, it's about what? 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. You got to do the kid stuff. You got to do the bedtime, blah, blah, blah. You got about 2 hours before you go to bed. So you can take that 2 hours and make it intentional and spend time together.
Even
and
closing
and
the
I
bedroom door, she said. You and your
Yep.
partners and y'all could be playing cards, watching a TV show. You making it intentional to be just with y'all, and that's what I've been focusing on, Aisha. And I appreciate your insight. And even though Mike tried to, downplay it and say,
I'm not. No, whoa. I'm not. Don't speak for me. The box is right here. When you got,
hey,
when you
look,
got, when
why
you
didn't
got,
y'all
when
push
you got,
back?
when you
Why
got,
y'all let her say that? Nobody checked her.
because you
was talking
said
all that.
every time it had to be 4 hours, like every specific time. Now let me get back to the 4 hours and the dramatic graveyard shift. No, it doesn't have to be the graveyard shift. They were 3 little girls. They were twins and an oldest. By the time I got home, it's 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
By the time I get there on a regular basis, Stacy is still trying to get everybody organized so by the time she gets them away and gets them asleep and gets everything prepared for tomorrow morning, she gets into bed, I get into bed, and we go to sleep.
Did you work weekends?
Yes.
You work Saturday mornings?
No, technically, I mean, I'm sure there were some Saturday, but technically no.
Okay, so technically you did not work Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
That means technically Friday night you should have hired a babysitter.
That's technically Friday night. I worked Friday night. So technically,
I
worked
and you would
Friday
have
night.
got home by 8 o'clock, as you just said. You did not have to work Saturday morning. You could have hired a babysitter. Y'all could have left. Y'all could have got back, even if it was late. Even if you went and sat in the dang on garage and just cuddle booed up and snuggled together and say, "Baby, how was your day?" And it's an intentional time that you create together.
Okay, so let me tell you what my
But you did have a mistress in that marriage.
Let me tell you what these schedules are. Let me tell you what these schedules are. Since there was a mistress in the marriage. That was the liquor. I hope you're referring to the liquor.
That I am referring to the liquor. You had a mistress in the marriage.
So let me tell you what the schedule was. Saturday morning was tutoring. Saturday morning is when she had to get them to the tutors. But I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Nannies can do that.
And then after the tutor, who can do that?
Nannies. What? Nannies, babysitters, mimos, papas,
What budget do you think we were? Whoa! What budget do you think we working on?
You were getting it at that time.
What? Wait. Jay,
bartering is a thing. And see, this is why we have this class for their marriage. Sincerely, because everybody thinks it takes a whole bunch of money. It does not take money. What it does cost you is time and intentionality. It costs you money. Time. It costs you time and intentionality. Bartering is a thing. Please tell me you did not know another couple with kids.
Yeah, we knew.
Oh, he was about to say something that the internet guides took him out before he said something.
Well, here's my point to the rest of the world out there.
Keep getting them, Aisha.
You don't have money. Cool. Most people don't, especially in this economy. Okay. All right. But you have another family that has children and you barter. You say the first Fridays of the month, we need you to babysit for us. And they'll say the third Fridays of the month, can y'all babysit for us? You swap it off, barter. Everybody needs something, right?
Okay.
And if you don't have the income, let's build a relationship so you can exchange service.
People who have kids really ain't trying to bring more kids over. And number two, it's very hard to trust anybody with your kids.
Yes.
It's
But you
damn near
trust somebody.
impossible to get and to have another person change their schedule simply to watch your kids what you want me to get somebody to drive the kids for Stacy to the tutors on Saturday, and then after that, after the tutors, make sure they get to dance class, and then after the dance class, make sure we get to the recitals. I'm just saying
Yes.
that society, there are couples who literally don't have the financial means and don't have the hours in a day to do the 4 hours
If
in a
you
week.
have time to get your hair done, to get your nails done, to get a haircut, you have time to go sit somewhere and talk to your boys, you have time to go do whatever else you're doing, you have time to invest in your marriage. That is a bunch of poppycock. If you are choosing not to invest in your relationship, you are choosing to let your relationship die. It is a mental choice. You have to make first things first. And a healthy marriage, a healthy committed relationship, a healthy partnership is the nucleus of every family. So if you truly want to raise healthy children, and I'm going 10 toes down, as they say on this one, if you truly want to raise healthy children, you invest in your relationship. It is the nucleus of every family. Children will not know what healthy love looks like. Children will not know what forgiveness looks like. They will not know what taking time for mommy and daddy looks like unless you model it. And if you're telling me and the rest of the world, and I'm talking to everybody, not just Mike, but if you're telling us that you don't have time to model that, you don't have time to invest in your relationship, then you don't have time to teach your children what a healthy marriage looks like. You understand? Stop it with the poppycock.
Well, the poppycock thing is this is real. So
that's what I'm talking about.
But the downplay. So what I wanted to go back to was this whole conversation. I agree with everything you're saying. What I'm saying is there are people in situations that if they don't remove sleep, they both are right now trying to make ends meet so desperately that they don't have the time without saying, I'm going to only, and wait. There are people in these situations that literally don't have the resources to be able to say, we're going to spend 4 hours of just me and you together a week because it's physically not possible.
You stuck on the 4 hours. I said create time. And
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm trying to get back to the point of what I was telling Jay Black. Jay Black was like, it absolutely has to be 4 hours. I'm like, dog.
I wasn't stuck on the 4 hours. I was stuck on making time and just trying to be intentional with getting the 4 hours. But obviously, if it's 3.5, the goal was accomplished. So yeah, it was making time. You said people can't make time. That's what you was harping all on. You can't.
And I'm going to harp back on it for us to literally downgrade people who literally can't find that time.
But like you still made time to get your haircut. Give up getting your haircut, then use that time.
There's people who are not paying to get their haircut. I think we forget that there are people who are not getting their hair done.
Okay. Let's stop. Let's just be real for a second, because we can argue back and forth that we don't have time. We do have time. It's not that. I love exercises, practicality. I've been doing this for 20 years, Mike. Okay. So this is my challenge to you and everybody else in the world, especially for you, Mike, since you didn't got rid of your mistress. Congratulations, of course.
Yes, I have. Over 2 years now. Over 2 years.
That's right. Now. You fired that heifer. So
yes.
You got rid of the mistress. So this is what I would like for people to do. Whatever the start of your day is, I make the assumption that maybe the start of Mike's day is 4 a.m. Okay, 4:35 a.m. because you do this kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, 5. Okay, all right. So whatever the start of your day is to the time that you crawl your crusty ashy feet in the bed.
Leave my feet
All right.
alone. Leave my feet alone. I take care of my feet. I have you now. Take care of them.
So he was walking around in Dallas, y'all, with this horrible bunion. I'll tell that story later.
That was not me. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Nevertheless,
That was
so
Jay.
from the
Time you
time
get
that
up.
you wake up and you open your beautiful eyes to the time you crawl into bed, put it out on the schedule. And I want you to go from Sunday to Saturday. In every hour of the day, write down what you do. The standard, not the one-offs. There's a recital once a month over here and blah blah blah. Not those, because those are special things, but the standard of what you do every hour of the day. So here is a generic. Let's pretend that Mike gets up at 5 a.m. So from 5 a.m. to maybe 6:30 a.m., he's getting ready, prepping for work, cleaning his funky breath, doing all the things, right? And then 6:30 to, I don't know, 7:30, he's commuting to wherever he's got to commute to. And then we have standard work time, working 9 to 5. Okay, or 8 to 4 or 8 to 6, and you just block off that whole thing across Monday through Friday. If that includes weekends for you, whatever it is, you just block it all off. And here's the key: you really want to color code, because color coding will help you. Make green the color that you go to work. And then after you leave work, put in your commute time. How long does it take you to commute? I want you to write your lunchtime in there too. Put a color in there. And so then you come home and you do what on average for Sunday through Saturday? Sundays, maybe most folk are going to church. Maybe they washing their car. Maybe they doing the yard. If you're doing your yard, come on over here and do mine too.
Jay Black opened a company. He has a company. Jay Black
That-
opened a company, landscaping. Even
Well,
though he has
Jay,
allergies, but go ahead. He has allergies.
Look,
But go ahead.
please help a sister out, because I is tired. My yard is definitely gonna get me cited from an HOA. But nevertheless, put it in there realistically. And I guarantee you can find some time. I guarantee you. Because what you could do is have a lunch date over the telephone with your boo.
Instead of scrolling on social media.
Instead of scrolling on social media. You can go out to your car and FaceTime and say, hey, wife, husband, boo, baby, sugar daddy, whatever. How you doing today? How is your day going? Da 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 da. You ain't talking about kids. You just talking about each other as people, as adults. Leave those business conversations, kid conversations, leave all that off the shelf, because that's not investing in each other. You have to talk to each other about each other.
Better take advice from Jill Scott and
take
some long walks. And once again, I agree. This is where we got stuck. Me and Jay Black were stuck on something else. I agree you have to make time. I agree that people have to make time. And in the position I am now, not unfortunately. Fortunately, yeah, I can't specifically make time. And I think color coding your schedule is something that would be great and organized. And I think that would organize it. The one unfortunate part, if I color coded what our schedule was, we'd probably be more depressed and be like, God damn, this is what our schedule is.
No, it's just realistic.
Because we're
life
like,
be lifing.
Yeah, we're like, where do we fit this in? And where it almost make you a little sadder and be like, but I believe you should make time for the person that you're with. I also believe that this society has done a great job of making it virtually impossible to do that without spending the time, when you spend the time with the person, being physically exhausted. And that has nothing. And
I'm with you. And that's the whole reason I created For a Better Marriage. Look, February 20th, 2027, I'm shamelessly plugging right now. We have included childcare. So you can have a whole day date with your children on site and do things to invest in your relationship. February 20th of next year, Saturday, February 20th, the Saturday after Valentine's Day, of which, by the way, falls on Super Bowl Sunday, if y'all don't know. So you're going to need this next year. Yes. So we are the Saturday after Super Bowl Sunday, February 20th, 2027. But you have to make the time and investment. Anything you don't invest in is going to go kaput. I remodeled my backyard, y'all. Look, and I love it. I really do. It's so relaxing. It's serene. I done got a water fountain and a pond and put me out there a chair swing underneath the tree and did all types of things, right? But right now it looked like the jungle from Jungle Book, the movie. Because I have not invested in pulling those weeds and mowing the lawn and doing all the things it takes, right? So Jay Black, I need you for real. Like, help us out. But if you don't invest in things, it's going to go horribly. You're wondering why your relationship is bad. You're wondering why the communication is bad. You're wondering why y'all walking on eggshells and you irritable and all the stuff. Look, it's a lot of stuff happening that's negative in the relationship that needs to change. And it's because you're not investing in it. And if you don't invest in something, it's going to die. Plain and simple. You can't neglect people for months and months and years and think it's going to be healthy and thriving. No.
I absolutely agree. You should make time. Somebody said there's 24 hours in a day. I could literally break down to 24 hours, but I don't want to be petty. I don't want if you and
then
you're
going to sacrifice some sleep. You gotta sacrifice something somewhere. Sincerely. You do, even if that means you get up earlier or you stay up an hour later. We only talking about once a week, one time a week, whether you can hit 4 hours and do a traditional date and leave the house, or you can do a non-traditional date, take a few hours and stay in the house, lock yourself in your bedroom. Look, send them children to bed early. Tell them they having a campfire night and put them little munchkins in the bed at 6 o'clock, 6:30. Set them to bed early. It's okay. They need some extra sleep anyhow.
That time is for you. Time, y'all. And I agree with that. And I don't want to treat Aisha the way I treat Jay Black, because I get caught up.
You did, because she's using her professional skills to break stuff down, and you trying to act like she's Joe Smo on the street.
I'm not acting like she's Joe Smo on the street. This is the problem I have with Jay Black. Jay Black, and please, this is not to you. This is not to you. This is not to you.
Look, I'm from Chicago. I can take it.
This is not to you. Jay Black, his opinions change. Anybody, something with some type of certification comes on. All of a sudden, he believes that anything. And I think your advice is great. I think your advice is great. But
I respect her.
I just don't change my opinion simply because somebody is certified or has been whatever. Jay Black, once you put a degree behind something, Jay, we got to listen. Now I believe we got to listen. I know what you're going through, and I know you got facts, but we got to listen. But anyway, that being what it is, you create a budget for your time as well.
And Aisha said she don't want to be with nobody that don't make time for her.
I had a
why you laughing at that?
No. You can spend time together while you're doing the chores. No, that's not just about you and the person. Little boo kisses here. Little boo touches there. Make it work. That's your person. Got it. I'm giving applause for all this. I love work at hospital 40 hours. This is really hard to read this when y'all text like this. I love work at hospital 40 hours since seems like break for me. Okay, Jane. I don't know.
Seems like she's saying she worked 40 hours a week at the hospital and it's a break when she has to make some intentional time for her partner. So that's what I got from that.
God bless. I haven't got never mind. I'm not reading. Johnny talked about kangaroos in the comment. You got lawnmower. Parents can work as a team. Oh yeah, kids got older. Went to Home Depot, made out in car in a parking lot. Old times.
I know that's right. Made out in the car parking lot. Look, get it in where you get it in.
And if you got tent, if you got the proper tent, hey, go for it. If you got the proper tent.
Will stuff like that make relationships stronger, Aisha, you think?
I'm down for the sassy. We teach you guys how to be sassy. And look, this year we have another very special class. All I'm going to say is both of y'all going to like it.
Uh-oh.
Well,
because you also know I do sex therapy, so both of y'all gonna like we have another great class that I'm including this year. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. All I can say is, ladies, we're going to have large balls.
Oh, what? But why would I want my wife there? What are you talking about? Like, what?
You're gonna bring your wife. Absolutely.
All
To
right,
for a
all
better
right,
marriage.
all right.
You
Stay
you better
focused.
shut up and listen.
I know, I know.
You
That's what you better
you
do.
gonna like this class. You gonna reap
Okay.
all the benefits.
I saw that you had them doing dancing for them. You had the spouse blindfolded. So I guess there's a lot of activities and stuff that y'all do to help bring
Yeah. So
relationships together.
a lot of the classes are based around trust. So we have a different types of trust classes, trust walks, trust throws, that we don't do trust falls, that kind of thing. We have classes built around finance. We have classes built around how to practicality of how to build your home.
Mm-hmm.
We have classes built around healthy touch and massage. You go through a medical sex screening with a medical professional, and we talk about that because erectile dysfunction is real. Women going through menopause, perimenopause, and the side effects of that.
Yeah, the heat,
Yeah,
hot flashes, cold flashes, is getting on my nerves. So yeah, so y'all break that
Oh
down.
wow.
Y'all break
Wow.
that
absolutely.
down.
It is real. It is real. And how do you, in vaginal dryness, all that kind of stuff impacts the relationship, mood swings for him and her,
But
all of
vaginal
that.
dryness is because the person didn't turn the other person on, right? That's the only reason that can happen.
No, not at all. Vaginal dryness is also a side effect from menopause as women get older. So it's not just about
Ah,
being sexually turned on. And so that
okay.
impacts the relationship. It impacts her too. It impacts your mental health because you can desire your husband physically, but your body is not responding. And a lot of women will think, well, what's wrong with me? Am I broken? Why am I not? And then they can use that as some couples can use that as an excuse to say, well, maybe we're just growing apart. Maybe we're just
Mm,
not compatible sexually anymore. See, I can't
mm.
even please you. That type of foolishness, not understanding that it's a real medical something that's happening. And so we have a medical professional there with life figures. I'm trying to lower my vocabulary this morning. We have sex
Use them
figurines.
big words. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Use
yeah,
them
we
tricky
love
words.
that. We
Use them
love
tricky
that.
words.
Yeah. Come
I'm
on.
just
All right.
losing words,
So
but nevertheless, we have figurines of sexual organs, and we take the time to explain to the couple privately. So we do one-on-one sessions in this one. This isn't a group class; it's privately, so that you can ask all the questions and talk about those things. A lot of people suffer from, and y'all don't flip out, but a lot of people suffer because his penis is too small. Okay, or
ooh.
her vagina is too small and they don't fit, or it's painful sex. And these are things that couples have difficulty talking about, or there's some weight gain, right?
Why would you
And
be
it's
with somebody if you thought that? Like, how did you even get that far if it was too small or too painful? Like, why would you still be in a relationship?
because everybody don't marry for sex. Some people marry because they truly, truly love the person, but the sexual pleasure is not 100%
Ah,
there. There are couples, women who fake orgasms from the beginning, and
wow.
most men
Man,
don't
I
know
feel
that.
so bad for them. I
And,
feel so
and they
bad for
cheating
women.
themselves though. That's
I
stupid.
feel so
It,
bad
it,
for
it,
women.
true,
That's
it
not
is.
smart. Let me take that back. That's not smart to fake it
I
from the beginning. So now the person thinking he doing his thing, and she's faking it, and then what? She calling her baby dad over. Like, what are we doing?
no,
Well, it
Like, what's
doesn't
going
automatically
on?
mean she's cheating, dog. It doesn't matter.
If
It
they're
doesn't
not getting sexually
automatically.
pleased, they're doing something to get that off.
No, you don't. You don't have to. Okay, I'm sorry, Doc. I'm sorry. You go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, so it doesn't always result in cheating. It just means that the person they love the other person so much, this is what they're willing to accept. A lot of people accept some things just because. And so it doesn't mean that they're not being sexually satisfied in a way. They're just not sexually satisfied in the way.
I think
Okay?
it'll come out in another way though. If you're not totally happy in certain aspects, it'll come out. It'll lash out in some other aspect.
Yeah, the intimacy is broken, and the couple will never know unless we can have these conversations, unless we can talk about these things. And see, I get this information privately as a clinician, right? Especially when people learn that I do sex therapy, I get this information and they'll ask me, well, is there more to it? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to leave him because I love him. He is a great partner. He's a great dad. He's a great provider. He's just my best friend. And I'm never going to go anywhere. But is there more to this? or is this just it? You know, especially for women who've not had a lot of sexual partners, or they've had sexual partners when they were very, very young, and they recognize that silliness when you were very young is not what sex really is, you know? And they'll say,
Mm.
well, we're intimate because we have these great deep conversations, or we're intimate because he touches me and he kisses me and he does all those things, and that's satisfactory. But they've not exactly had the most amazing orgasm, if had one at all. Those things
All right.
are real.
Jay is in his ghetto twilight. No, so earlier you said something about sassy, Mike. I saw this clip and I wondered what Doc. Just what a coincidence. So this woman talks about why she believes her man is sassy and upset with him.
All right.
I stopped talking to a man because he told me that he had a rough day. He just wanted a hug. That's so sassy. If you don't man up,
Wow.
Mm.
Hold on. Watch this. I'm sorry to do this to you.
I'm scared.
Are you in a relationship right now?
No.
That's the reason.
So she stopped talking to a dude because he came home saying that he had a rough day and wanted a hug. That's too sassy. You have to man up. Like, there's a lot of women that believe that. So I guess I wanted you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
True,
so
not true?
let's just define the word. When I use sassy, I don't mean the same way that she's talking about sassy. Okay, when I say sassy, I mean flirtatious, sensual, exotic, erotic, sexual when I'm
Yeah,
using the
horny.
word sassy. All right, so let's just define that out.
Yeah.
This young lady, unfortunately, doesn't know what a real man looks like, and that's why she's single, and she
Mm.
probably has come from a trauma background or has been around a lot of violence, and she believes that men are not supposed to express their emotions. And sadly, she don't have a big auntie, big sister, big cousin, or a grown woman around her to tell her what a real man looks like. So that is sad, very sad, in my opinion, because real men do express emotions. Okay, they are human. They have a heart, lungs, kidneys, a brain. Real men get sad. Real men cry. You know, real men should be able to walk into their partner and say, "Baby, I had a hard day. Can I have a hug? Baby, I had a hard day. Can you rub my shoulders, rub my head, rub my back, whatever?" They should be able to receive affection in that way as well. Like, I'm so
But it's
sad
clearly
for
a
that young lady.
population of women that don't want that from their man. They want their man to be strong and not
Yeah.
show those signs of weakness. And when she
And
said that, that's too sassy for her. And she went on to break it down a little bit more. But I
You know
just
how powerful hugs are? Do you know how powerful a
yeah.
hug is from somebody that you care about? I've had somebody ask me for say, can I give you a hug, right? And I was like, yeah, you can give me a hug. And they were like, it started off with them saying, something doesn't seem right today, Mike. Like something doesn't seem right. Like, are you okay? Like I said, yeah, I'm fine. And this person hugged me, and do you know I broke down in tears? And I
damn
really believed everything was okay.
in that moment.
And in that
Yeah.
moment, that person, and I was like, to me, I'm a hugger. Like if I care for you, like I'm going to hug you. I'm just a big hug person. So I'm the sassiest person on this show then because that's
Morning,
something that
Taj.
is essential to me. But go ahead,
Morning, April.
our
Yeah,
therapist.
yeah, April the Cheesecake Lady said that was sad for that lady to say that. And by the way, y'all, if you're in the Chicagoland area, her cheesecakes, cakes, etc., is amazing. But yeah, it was very sad for that lady to say that. It is there are a huge population of women who believe, and men too, by the way, who believe that expressing emotion is wrong for a man. Okay. And we used to, we meaning y'all, because I did not, pick on Jay Black because he was like, I can't do that. Hugs make me feel uncomfortable.
You
And da, da,
did.
da, da.
I'm being
But
honest.
here's the thing, at least you're willing to say that it makes me uncomfortable, and you sought counseling so that you can learn something different. Right? There are a lot of people out there that I only learn of these things when they come to counseling because of something else, and then after we do an intake and we start digging a little bit, we find out their views on relationship and life and that kind of stuff, right? And you didn't know that there are things inside of you that you've encountered that were traumas that needed to be healed because they impact your entire
Mm.
outlook. They in the book that I wrote, I tell people in my book that because of my parents' marriage and the way my mother she tried to not lie to us about our father, but she also tried to not dishonor him, right? So she never walked around saying your daddy ain't this, that, and the third. But I used to have nightmares about getting married. I used to have nightmares of the big poofy white dress because of the violence that I saw, because I never knew the man she described as courting her, as loving her before he turned violent, right? I never knew that guy. My big sister got to meet that guy. I only knew the guy that was violent and occasionally showed love and compassion. Now, let me say this. My father never harmed us. He never hurt. He was a horrible husband. He was a decent father when he spent time with us. So that duality caused some nightmares and some problems for me. But if you're not aware, this is why everybody should go to therapy. Sincerely, go for at least 3 sessions, y'all. Go get 3 sessions, go get an assessment, and let's just go get a checkup to see if there are some traumas in your background that are hindering your current outlook on life. Back in my younger years, my 20s and early 30s, I passed up probably 2 great guys that I ran across. The rest of them were bums, but probably about 2 great guys because of my own fears. Okay.
Wow. So you actually think about that every once in a while that you
Absolutely.
Got away.
Absolutely. Because therapists have therapists. So I put myself through therapy. And that's how I can become aware of what was happening to me back then. And which is why I can be so transparent and so honest and be a fabulous therapist today. You have to be aware of yourself. So all of this impacts your relationship. If you're not able to give hugs, if you think all men are supposed to be some type of archaic brute, that they're not supposed to have feelings, if you think women are supposed to only be in the house and some type of servant, cooking and cleaning and caring for the children, you can hire people to do all those 3 things. Those 3 things do not make or break a wife. There are plenty of women in the world who medically cannot have children. That don't make them any less of a woman or any less of a wife. All right, you got to know the real definition of these things and stop it with these archaic definitions. And you don't even realize you're suffering from trauma from your own past.
Wow.
I stopped talking to a man because he told me that he had a rough day. He just wanted a hug. That's so sassy. If you don't man up.
Wow, sir. Hold on. Watch this. I'm sorry to do this to you.
I'm scared.
Are you in a relationship right now?
And you know what? I don't like that question at the end because it's always everybody's go-to. Are you in a relationship right now? And everybody, when they say no, then believes they go like, gotcha. But if she would have said the opposite and said, I thought that was amazing that he needed a hug, and she would have said, and I gave him the hug, and I realized that was the affection that he needed. He needed that support for whatever reason. Nobody would have said, you in a relationship? And if she would have said no, they'd be like, see, that's why you don't know what you're talking about. Men don't need hugs.
She said, I'm not lacking that.
So, but that's what I like. I hate. I'm just this is a pet peeve. I hate when people go to if you're in a relationship, and that's the end all be all, because then we can go to a million people who are in a relationship that are in this. So I just don't like that checkmate thing that people do. Like, do you have kids? Well, checkmate. You don't.
Right. But sadly for her, he was trying to correlate. You're not in a relationship because you don't understand men. That's what he was trying to correlate. So I feel you. I'm with you because, y'all tried that with me when I first got on here. I'm not going to.
I did. I low key, I was judging. I'm like, how you going to be a therapist telling people about their relationships when you're not in a committed one right now yourself? So I did question that, and you broke down and you went into detail and explained and how you studied this and just, I get it.
Yeah.
Have you looked for those one of those 2 guys that you passed up? Have you tried to find them on social?
You ever spin the block? Did you ever spin the block on them?
I absolutely spent the block. Absolutely. And both of them are married.
I love your honesty, right? Ain't no what this therapist, right?
She's being honest. She realized she messed up. She went searching, and they both married now. They got away.
They're both married. Absolutely. Absolutely. But
How
that
did
was from, uh-huh.
now? How did you? I guess you went to therapy. You said you even a therapist has to go to therapy. What were some of the things, exercises? I know obviously you have to go to therapy for this to get, but the exercises. What was it that you had to work through? You said it was because seeing your father and
Mhm.
those situations. How do you work through that? Because it must be so hard to forgive. And I'm kind of in that situation. How do you work through letting that go so it doesn't affect you like that? It doesn't affect your actual actions.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great question, and I'm actually really happy to talk about it because a lot of people need healing. And by the way, we're writing a new class for better marriage. It's called Forgiveness. It's not for the weak at heart. Because forgiveness is the best gift you will ever give to yourself and to other people. All right, but it is also the hardest gift you will give as well. So, true story. My big sister had given me some photos of my dad when he was holding me as a baby. And I hadn't seen these pictures. I think she got them from my grandmother, his mother. Um, and she had framed, this is back when I was in grad school, y'all, so a long time ago. And she had framed them, and they were really like, she did a great job framing them, and they were like 5 by 8s, I guess, if I got those numbers right, just forgive me.
Right,
But
right, right.
she had framed them and mailed them, and they were like 3 pictures or whatever. And she mailed them to me, like kind of like the apartment warming gifts, I guess, or whatever. Or maybe she sent them from her, I don't remember. But I remember taking them, and I could recognize the effort she put into them. And so I sat them on this shelf, this built-in shelf I had that was right by the front door. And every day I would walk past and see him walk past, whatever. And then I remember one day coming home and I looked at those photos of him holding me as a baby. I had zero memory
Right.
of the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so in the photo, I'm probably 2, 3, maybe 4. I'm the size of a Smurf now, so I could have been 5. God dog it, I was short. Okay. I remember picking up those photos and throwing them across the room and just crying profusely, saying, why? And that might have been the start, or maybe I had just started counseling. That was either the start of my counseling journey or right at the beginning of when I was in counseling. And I remember throwing them across the room, shattered the whole thing, and just saying, why? Because I could not understand how he was the same person that protected us from his brother. Because one of my uncles is a complete jerk. Not the one I write about in the book. The one I write about in the book is my best friend. He's fabulous. But my daddy's other brother was a complete jerk. And he kind of picked on us when we were kids. He was a jerk. But my dad completely defended us. I have vivid memory of him slamming this man up against the wall, talking about leave my kids alone and don't ever, blah, blah, blah. And as a little girl, I have that memory. It's a legit memory. It's not a story I reincarnated in a legit memory, right? But then I also have the memory of him punching and kicking my mother. And just those two things, and looking at that picture, and when I threw it on the floor, I was like, what? Like, who are you? Like, what? Why? Right? And so you're asking, how did my therapist help me? Number one, she helped me to tell the story. Because early on, I would have to talk about this like this now. This is evidence of the healing. I would have never, ever spoke about what happened in our home publicly. I would have never done it.
We're
I
not
was
supposed to.
right. Especially in Black culture. Black culture, you never tell what happens in your home, right? So that's the first thing she did. She allowed me space and time, comfort. She created an atmosphere that allowed me to tell the story. That's the first thing she did. The second thing she did was allow me to look at my father and my mother from a human perspective and not just a parental one. And so when you begin to write things down, your trauma narrative, but we did it in a different way. For those clinical people out there, you understood what I just said, but for all the rest of the people in the world, I apologize. So a trauma narrative is simply when you tell the story on paper. You're not trying to write a book. You're not trying to do that. You're just literally writing down what happens on paper. And the writing and the brain hand connection is really powerful because then it becomes real. Okay. And it's like when people say the pen is mightier than the sword, yeah, like it becomes real. It becomes something that's tangible. And so I started writing this stuff down in different ways. And I got to look at my father as a human and ask questions. And when I was able to start asking those questions in my sessions, I was then able to take those questions back to my mother, who was alive at the time, and ask her those questions. And one of the questions was, Mommy, why did you marry Daddy? That's a whole chapter in the book. Why did you marry him? How did you guys get together? What was the attraction? I'm confused because I only grew up with the man who was abusive to you. I did not know the man who dated you, who courted you, who brought you flowers. I never met him. So the only person I knew was this fella. And why in the world did you choose him? See, I thought that man was the totality of my father. And when I was given the space to ask questions, I learned that that wasn't the full him. I learned that the crack epidemic in Chicago is what turned him. I learned that one of his horrible uncles is who started him on substances. You understand? Like when you are sitting with your therapist and someone else is able to ask different questions to open your mind, to get you to look in different corners, which is hard. Most people don't want to look. You want to keep that view, keep the blinders on because this is what I know and this is all. And it's not always the case. So with me being able to open up a little bit and ask different questions and see different parts of my father, talking to my uncle who's my best friend, having a conversation with his mother, my grandmother, having a conversation with my uncles, my mother's brothers. I even went and talked to my grandmother about my father. Yeah. And so being able to see my father from all these different angles and perspectives created empathy. Because now I knew the man I grew up with was not the man she married. That was not the man she chose, which helped to break a statistic in me. Because statistically, we marry people or we get involved with people who are like the opposite sex parent. And statistically, I would have been involved with an abuser. And see, doing that work early on, with the opposite sex parent. So I would have married someone like my father, and a little boy would have married someone like his mother. And so sometimes that's not 100% of the case. Sometimes we marry people like the same sex parent, especially if there's trauma, because you're trying to win their love. And so you find yourself attracted to that negative personality because you want to earn their love. Not knowing subconsciously you're trying to earn the love of someone who emotionally abandoned you or physically abandoned you. Okay. And so statistically, I would have ended up marrying someone like that if I had not broke through it. Because now I know not statistically, forgive my language. Now I know the man she married, the man she chose was the man that supported her and took her to Malcolm X College to register for school, was the man who told her, I got a job, I got a car. And when she was crying on the front porch, when she wanted to go to school and he came out and he said, what's going on? And she said, I don't have any money for college. And his response to her was, I have a job and I have a car. She told me he bought her books when they first started. See, now, because my heart is healed, I can look for a man that's willing to sacrifice for me. You understand how that presents a whole different who is my daddy in my head?
Right.
My father wasn't the man who suffered from substance abuse. That was the addiction. My father was the man who, as my uncle say, was bopping down the street, walking on his toes, excited to bring my mother flowers. That was my father. My father was, and it's going to make me cry now. Thanks, guys. But my father was the man who drove her to Malcolm X College and was willing to buy her school books and help her register and pay for school. And she, in turn, registered him in school and was like, well, if I'm going, what you doing? You understand? Like, that was my father. He made bad choices later in his life, but I needed to know who was the man that she chose. Because then that tells me more about her decision-making ability, and that gives me comfort to know that I, too, can make a good decision. So then when I think about the man who threw my uncle, the bad uncle, up against the wall because he took my boiled egg for breakfast that morning when I was at my great grandparents' home and my dad was there, because when they separated, that's where my dad moved and that's where he used to watch us. And so I can now say my father protected me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, someone put in the comments, you were harmed, you were emotionally harmed when you saw the physical abuse. She was correct. That is correct. I was. But I also can divide that man and say, that was the man on substance. That was not the man who chased and courted and pursued my mother's heart. That was not the man who asked him to marry her. See, that guy was a good guy. He had good intentions. But the man who got caught up on drugs because of his silly uncle who started him, who does that to a young man newly married with a family?
A lot of people have experienced that, and what got you down, walking down that road. And a lot of people, even in rehab and in my meetings, will express the person who is closest to you is the one who introduced you.
Can I address this, cousin Ashley, before you ask me this question?
Go
Because
ahead, go
that's a myth out there. Hey, cousin Ashley, here's the thing. If you're, for all people, because I know they're just probably popping a question out there. If you think your therapist is somewhat has a negative something because they have a therapist, then you're wrong. You're listening to propaganda. Surgeons cannot do surgery on themselves. And my running joke is, if you find one, let me know, because we're gonna make a lot of money. We taking that show on the road. Okay. Any therapist who has never been to therapy, any therapist that doesn't currently have a therapist, run. Because that means they did not take the time to invest in something that they're selling you. You can't sell me the tonic if you never tasted it yourself. All right. And I'm not saying that for, oh, you can't teach me about marriage because you've never been married. Leave that, but that's poppycock. Put that on the shelf. Somebody said that. Many people have said that to me, but people say that that's poppycock. But when it comes to treatment, so if you go to a dentist that has rotted out teeth, then they don't believe in their own craft. You understand? So a therapist should have either received therapy or if they've never in their past, maybe currently be going through therapy, not because there's something necessarily that needs to be fixed, but because they need to know what it feels like to be the vulnerable person on the sofa. When you recognize how vulnerable it makes your patient, your clients feel to be sitting in that seat, to take out all of the stuff out of their heart and lay it at a stranger's feet, sincerely, honestly, innocently, vulnerably, you gain a new level of respect for the client. You gain a whole new level of respect, and you handle their hearts with care and compassion to a much deeper level than you would have ever done it if you yourself has never received therapy. And I will tell you, the best programs in the world, my school being one of them, required it. It was part of the curriculum. We were mandated to go through 6 sections of counseling, of which they provided a therapist there in school so that there was no excuses.
Okay, so this question I have is, a lot of years of therapy got to the root of what my behavior was like and what my expectations were in relationships and just decision making that I made, and how when I look back on it, I go like, and I'm not going to mince words, the decisions I made. If you saw these decisions, you would say this person is a horrible person. That was me. These were horrible decisions. These were horrible actions. These were horrible ways of treating other human beings. So we got to the root, and we dealt with this, and I had to give the story. I had to give the story. I had to write some of the story down. I had a journal and things of that nature. So I started giving myself grace on, okay, I know what I did that. I know I did that. I know I did that. And I started protecting myself, asking myself certain questions before I made reactions. Like there were certain questions, I have the book somewhere here, certain questions I would ask myself. And even to this, and this is my question, even to this day now, I can be in circumstances where I feel that other person might coming, that the other person might automatically, even after all these years, still snaps like an automatic pilot that I literally have to pause still right now at 55. I have to pause and go over to my mind, Mike. And I have to rationalize what I'm thinking and so I don't. Is it weird that I still to this day have to push back this automatic pilot of this other person from taking control? Like, I just went through this yesterday. Somebody, and I don't want to get too deep into it. My kids had gone through a little minor thing, and protective, overprotective, irrational protective. Literally got so much anxiety in my body that I was about to drive somewhere and I was about to turn around and drive almost an hour back because my anxiety was, you have to drive back right now. You have to deal with this. And I was like, for what I feel, I went back to being rational and going like, they can handle that. Just all they wanted, they need this to just handle. Is that weird that even to this day, I still have to fight that urge off to be a person that I don't want to be?
No, that's not weird. It's not strange. It's not abnormal. When you struggle with anxiety, when you struggle with negative thoughts, when you struggle with negative self-talk, here's number one rule. If you don't hear me say anything else, please hear me say this. You get to ignore the voice.
Okay.
When you struggle with overeating and all that you get to ignore the voice. You're not still hungry. You're not a negative word, bad, stupid, dumb, whatever you ignore the voice. Okay. And so whatever was telling you that you can't do it, whatever was telling you that, whatever the negative thing is, ignore the voice, because the negative thing is attempting to stop you from progression.
Gotcha.
It's trying to stop you from moving forward and keep you bound in chains. That negative voice does not want to see you be amazing, excellent, obtain all the things that you deserve to obtain. This is why I celebrate JB so much when he was like, but I'm willing to go to counseling, right? Because it was embedded in him. He has a visceral reaction, a bodily response to a certain level of emotional intimacy that's non-sexual, right? But he knows, his intelligent brain is saying, it might be not 100% true. I might need to go check and see if this visceral reaction is actually telling me the truth. And because that little bit of seed was planted, maybe because your boy and your people, are ragging on you all the time, maybe because, people teasing you and all that kind of stuff. But just that little bit, that little granule mustard seed, if you will, grain of salt, that little bit of something took root. So for everybody else out in the world, let my voice be that seed. You can ignore the negative voice in your head. I just challenge you one day, do the opposite. Do the opposite of the negative voice. Take the chance. Say the I love you. Show up. Love yourself. Go for the walk. Walk away from the refrigerator. Do the opposite. And see if the world explodes. Because it won't.
It won't.
So, and after I experienced that, and this is, yeah, I might have to start talking to somebody again. After that happened, the whole day went by. Everything worked out, right? Thank God, everything worked out. Everything. And I drove home. Now, mind you, my day started at like 7 a.m. I parked my car at like around 9:30. And I sat in the car and I was like, everything was fine, right? And I was so exhausted because I was like, Mike, what made you think the other way to do it was going to be right? What made you think that you needed to say what you were about to say? And a little bit came out, but I was exhausted in front of the car. Like, I was so angry. I was like, why do I still have this innate defense mechanism or whatever it's called that just jumps into action, and I gotta fight this thing off? Like, I sat in the car like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Well,
Why wouldn't go ahead?
let me be a myth buster for you, because you're using some words that's actually feeding anxiety and not feeling your autonomy from it. Okay, so you've already kicked one mistress to the curb. Kudos. Now you get to kick another one, and that's called anxiety. So the anxiety is not your defense mechanism.
What is it?
The anxiety is the enemy. That is the thing that's attacking you. Your defense mechanism is your ability to
Gotcha.
ignore the
Gotcha.
anxiety.
Gotcha.
Get that Alexa Pro. That'll help you. That'll help you more. I love my Alexa Pro. For those who take
Look,
Alexa
a
Pro,
little bit of medication ain't gonna do no harm. It's your friend
it'll
sometimes.
let you ignore it. It'll let you ignore it. So you having a couples retreat is February. I'm gonna play some videos of your last one behind the scenes. So this was the last year one. So you having couples come out. It's February 20th in
Whoa.
Dallas, Texas, right?
That is correct.
And
Well, technically Arlington. Yeah. But
Arlington.
DFW.
Why
How
I used to
many
live there.
days is it? How many days is February
It's
20th through
it
what?
it's a one day
Oh,
retreat. Yeah, so it's a day retreat for y'all. We going from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, February 20th, 2027. It's going to be so exciting and so fabulous. And we have childcare. We are offering childcare. So if you got the
Nice.
little munchkins, bring them with you,
Nice.
drop them off at the kids club. You guys come on
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
so that's basically we were just me and Lady Q would need a flight and then 2 nights. I guess it would be the night before 3 nights. 3 days, 2 nights. All right, so we can start looking into this, Lady Q. I got points at my Marriott.
Is this the one that happened Super Bowl weekend?
This
She
is
said
the
it's
one that
after.
happens the after Super Bowl
Oh,
weekend.
after Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you
yeah,
know
yeah.
I can't miss the Super Bowl. I love my wife, but I can't miss the Super Bowl.
Right. And so that's what I was saying. Super
I
Bowl
don't get
falls
the
on
sex
February
toys
14th.
though. Them sex toys you showing dildos. I don't know about all that. Like, but
Okay,
I guess
okay.
I just saw a dildo. I didn't know what that was
You
about.
you did. You did. You saw a dildo, you
Like
saw some
that's
vibrators, you saw lots of things.
doing a
But
little
what
much.
we like to do, we are
Like what are we doing with this
we are
dildo?
what we're trying to do is have all the things there for all the couples. Okay, so if you're curious and a little intimidated by it, the presenter that we have for the sex toys, she is really great, and she talks about exploration in your sexual life, taking things to a level that is comfortable for you. So you're not into dildos and vibrators. That's okay. That's cool. Somebody else is. But there is also flavored edible lubricants. Okay. There are also edible underwear.
What?
Yeah, flavored edible lubricants and
Wow.
edible underwear. Yeah, so there are lots of different things. And so we want people to know that you can spice up your sex life at whatever level that you're at and let it be okay. There is no shame whatsoever.
Well, February 20th. I'm really interested. So we can go to the website. Let me pull the website back up. So
Yeah,
Holman
pull that
Canada.
website back up and you can get down. Listen, y'all, it's
Oh,
there.
it's only $200 for the couple. And we get
$200 for the couple.
a whole
That's
day's
right.
activity.
There you go.
Including food, wine, and DJ. Our DJ is DJ Miko. He is fabulous, y'all. Got Jam Entertainment. He has won awards. He is always busy, so we're so happy to get him. I have to book him a year in advance to make sure that we get DJ Miko from Got Jam Entertainment. He is amazing. And I'm not even lying. Y'all know me. I'm real about that thing. So I'm not lying. Our DJ is fabulous. Our food is good. We try to hit for all the different palettes. We have
Only
enough
1 day.
there. And we have a lot of fun. All of the classes are originally created by me, and then I allow my team to dissect them and make them better. And so there are licensed professional counselors who are writing these classes. There are PhDs in psychology who are helping us to tweak these classes. So not only are they fun, but they teach a legitimate skill. So these aren't big box games. Okay, these are not big box games. We're not just going out there doing something, right? These classes are curated just for y'all so that it can enhance your communication and cause deeper conversation for you guys in a way that's lighthearted and fun and competitive, because there are real prizes at the end. We give
Oh,
away
okay.
real prizes.
You
Yeah.
got my
And so
attention. I'm
we real
competitive.
prizes.
I want to
And
learn
look,
and win prizes. Let's go.
absolutely. So I'm gonna shamelessly plug. If you want to sponsor a game or sponsor the workshop in its entirety, sponsor an event, sponsor the food, sponsor the music, please hit us up 972-375-1200. We absolutely need sponsors. And this year we're doing something different with our sponsors. If you are the business that hit us up first, it doesn't matter what business you are, you will be the only business of that type to be sponsored. So you'll get the promo on our websites, you'll get the promo on our pluggers, you'll get the promo as I'm going around talking about For Better. We have a email listing of almost 7,000. So you will be the only sponsor on that email blast. All right. So hit us up if you're interested in sponsorship, because we definitely need it. This year is going to be bigger, better, and amazing. Okay. Amazing.
Dope.
Yeah.
Aisha Holman, our licensed therapist. She's here every Monday,
Monday.
8 a.m. on
Talking
Mondays.
Talking
we,
dildos.
well,
No,
she didn't say she was talking dildos. She didn't say she was talking dildos. She talks a lot of good,
no,
a
there's
lot
a
of
lot of
great,
great stuff.
but there was
You
a
know what?
lot of great information today. There was a lot of great information. You
My
always
bad.
wants to
Go
bring
ahead.
it back to the bullshit.
Go
Now,
ahead,
you
Aisha.
know what? I'm gonna put this out here because this at Jane Spitfire, I think was the name if I caught it. You are probably the umpteenth thousand person who has asked me to put together a speed dating. So we're just gonna test we're gonna put it out there and see who wants to help me
You got Mike.
curate
You got
a
Mike.
speed
He's
dating
single. He
opportunity.
would be involved too.
you know what? I hate speed dating because this is why I hate speed dating. This is why I hate it. And this is me. No, this is why I hate it. Because I know me. If you put me on a speed date, I turn into a performer. So I
Oh, you
wind
feel
up,
like you gotta
I
perform.
perform.
You're being
So
your true
every
self.
speed date to me is a successful comedy set. Like I need you to be engaged and I'll listen and all that stuff. It's just tough. I think it's fun. I see why people do it. It just wasn't something for me because I feel pressure when they say switch and you go to the next table. I got to take a deep breath. All right, get it
All right, let's
together. Let's
start
go.
over. Hey,
I'll be
Michael
honest.
Sean,
I
I'm
went to a
Pisces.
speed dating event once. It was fun. It was fun.
It
I obviously
was,
didn't
yeah.
meet nobody, but it was a lot of fun. I liked it. It was a little weird to be there talking for what do they give you? Like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? They give you
It's like
something.
a quick thing. And then some people have different ways of doing it. Some people are speed dating seriously. And when they get into the speed date, they launch directly they'll launch into past traumas. And you'll be like,
Yeah, when I was young, my
what the fuck?
dad,
I'm a
he hit me.
Pisces. What are you talking about?
So I moved. I ran away when I was 13, and then what?
Yeah. Well,
April said she'll sponsor some treats. So
adult
that
treats. Yeah. I'm gonna take you up on that. I know how to find you, aprilthecheesecakelady.com. I know how to find you. So I'm reaching out.
dope.
I'm reaching
It's
out.
dope.
Look, so For Better info, right? Forbetter.info, forbetter.info. Someone just asked about a singles thing.
Singles.
Uh, I'm plugging For Better Marriage because that's what's coming up. But For Better, if you go to forbetter.info, For Better is bigger than just For Better Marriage. I don't really talk about it because we're plugging For Better Marriage, but we have For Better Teams, TEAMS, where I go out and do corporate trainings, and we bring the same type of theme, just curated to the corporation for corporate training. So when she said we need a singles retreat, well, we do have For Better Friends, right? And so I'll let you know the next time we host a For Better Friends, and it's the same type of interactive game. So we have For Better Friends, For Better Family, For Better Teams, and then For Better Marriage. For Better Marriage is how we started off the For Better programs and workshops, y'all. So that's my baby. That's what I care about so very, very much. But at forbetter.info is where you can find more information.
We bringing black love together. We bringing couples together every Monday. Aisha Holman is here. And you said something I'm gonna figure it out last week. I gotta watch the old show. Something about relationship 101. It teaches you how to come up with ideas or something you said, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want more
Romance
information on
101.
that. Romance
Yeah, so
101.
Romance 101, the gentleman's guide to loving your spouse, right? And so Romance 101, we teach men, it's a males only workshop, and men compete. And look, when I first wrote this class, I was a little nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I was a little nervous because I didn't think the bros were gonna sign up for it. When I tell you that's the first class that's out, because The rumors have gotten out there. The secrets that we give away on how to do
Romance.
basic romance.
That's what I need.
That's not hard. That's not expensive. That keeps your wife, your woman entertained. Because I make all the guys this promise, and I am not. Look, I ain't had to eat my words yet. If you learn basic of romance, you'll never have to ask your wife for sex again.
You lying? Wait,
I'm not.
I ain't
I'm
gotta
going
say
10
nothing.
toes deep in this. You will never have to ask her for sex again if you learn the basics of romance that we teach in Romance 101.
She got big dash.
That's all you need. That's all you
And you
need.
ain't gotta ask. All right, you piqued my interest. Romance 101. I'm gonna do some more research on this. Wow.
Romance 101.
Mike,
Come
you ain't
on.
got to ask. She would be all over you, coming to you like, yo,
You
what's
act
good?
like I ever had to ask.
She put that moo on early, and you don't even know. Oh, whoa, you got the moo on. You trying to go down? Cause you know you got your signs, Mike. Y'all couples, y'all all got y'all signs. I know, lady.
I said many a thing with that bonnet. When I saw that bonnet come off,
when
I
the
said,
bonnet come, it's about to go down. It's going down tonight.
And braids started shaking like this, and I was like, "Oh, wait a second, let me turn this TV off. Wait a second, let me put this phone to the side. Hold up,
He
I
said,
should have done.
coming off. It's over.
Give me a second to do 5 push-ups real quick. Let me get 5 push-ups in real quick, just real quick.
Not the 5 push-ups.
Let me get this tight and right. Let me get this tight and right. Hold up.
Got to give us something to rub on. I see you.
You got to make sure at the end when you lay your head on the chest, you got to be like, oh, whoa, you got to get a little something. You don't want it to be a soft pillow. You know what I mean?
You ain't
I
got
know that's right.
X,
don't be a soft pillow.
You ain't got the X, ain't got to get no clues. They just order. I'm Romance 101. Okay, we gotta go, but Romance 101.
Because Jay is he's hyped. I've never seen him hyped over.
But you ain't got to ask for nothing. It's just they always like, what can you teach me to make my partner or spouse want to? That's intriguing to me. I'm ready to call her bluff. I want to
take
be
the mask off. First, take the mask off.
I got to take my CPAP off. I got to
take your CPAP off.
That's not attractive.
That's not. Your girl's dancing and he still got the mask on. She doing all this.
That's right. That's right. Take the CPAP off. That might help.
Thank you so much. Y'all seen how to get in touch with her? She's here every Monday. We appreciate her for number one, dealing with our ridiculousness that goes on that she has to walk into, and then bringing us back into our focus. Aisha,
with transgender,
thank you.
She turned it all around.
And she brings us into now. She did drop dildos, but that was in that was. You have that was the context.
I also dropped edible underwear.
And you did drop edible underwear. Yeah, yeah. And I always feel edible underwear is a trick. It's a trick to get what you want. It's like, come get these grapes, but you don't want to just eat the grapes. All right, I'm sorry, my bad. I apologize.
Every Monday, y'all.
My bad.
Holman
Every
Family
Monday.
Services.
Yes, it is. Have a great week.
Oh God, I love Mondays. I love when she comes. She's good. She's
all right. We've done it. Another show in the books, y'all. Another show in the books. Yeah, so I was really, man, I went through it. I went through it yesterday for like 40 minutes.
Anxiety. Yo, you try.
I was really like, what the fuck? Like, don't y'all just listen to me? Just listen to what
I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking. And I was like, ooh. And I got quiet and they're like, Dad, you all right? And I was like, no, we're good. We're good. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. But yeah, I was about to ruin a Sunday, but God, I did not. And a great Sunday I did have. All right, y'all. We will be back at it tomorrow.
Dang, they want her all show. Damn. What about us, Tosh? You don't want us
to know that means she'd have to wake up. In Dallas, she starts at 8. That means she would start at 6 a.m. I can't ask this woman to get on here at 6 a.m. for free.
For free.
Like, dude, the fact that we're getting her and she's doing us a favor is enough.
She want us to learn and be educated, and also obviously if you can sign up for something, that'd be dope. But she's like Doc. They want us to be able to share their passion and their knowledge to help us. So it ain't all about keeping it all to themselves, and everything ain't about $1. So I love when people come on, Kamaris of the world, finance, when it shares finance advice and taxes, and this is good for us, for our people, by us, and that's good to share their talents.
All right. It's a great segment. Yes, she is. Yes,
Oh,
she
you
did.
like that,
Yeah.
cousin Ash? See?
Cousin
Thank you.
Ash.
I did that. That was
Because I
all
thought
me.
she was about to come for you, cousin Ash, for a second. I thought she was coming for you, but it all smoothed out. All right, listen, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Hopefully, Sexy Mo will be back on. Hopefully, we won't have the same mic problems we had with Sexy Mo last week. Let me see. That's it. When we do the marathon show, right now it's gonna have to be on Monday because I don't have to go to my high-paying job, even though I got things to do. So we're gonna set that up. We are
check our subs
close.
right
Look at our
now.
subs. Look. I think we should be very impressed with how many subs we have right now.
Focusing when we was in the 700. We started focusing. Let's see where we at now. Are we still in the 7s? I think we crossed the 800 by now. Oh yeah, we up. We over 7. We in the 8s.
835.
All right, 850. 850 is the next target. We can get to 850.
We can get to 850. Like and subscribe and spread the word.
Spread it. Black people. Oh look, the show of the day is already up. Look at that. All right.
It's a beautiful thing. All right, y'all.
All right,
Let's get out of here. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone or any circumstance take it from you, because God got me, God got you, God got us. From Michael Sean, our licensed therapist, Aisha Holman, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C Chung, Amani, who's her first day at her new job. Amani, you're probably at the job already. You already know how much. I wish you luck, but you don't need it, girl, because you're ready for what's about to happen. And to Lady Q, wokeupinspired.com. If you have a vision that you would like to put on a t-shirt, you would like to put on a hoodie, you would like to put on a backpack, you would like to put on a fishing rod, I don't care what you want to put it on. You can put it on anything. She will help you make your vision happen. When you get to wokeupinspired.com, you will see merch that is ready to be sold and shipped. We are gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts.